let's go right ahead and talking about Bronny James and his contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, offspring, LeBron James is firstborn, obviously one of the most famous second round draft picks that the NBA has ever seen, and by far the most paid 55th pick in NBA history. So here's just a little bit of an understanding of exactly what kind of contract Bronny James signed. Because if you guys remember previously, Bronny James said that he wasn't going to, or his agent, I should say, said that he wasn't going to sign a two-way contract and he was only going to sign, a guaranteed contract. Now, this is actually one of the very few times where a 55th pick has that right. It is honestly very, very crazy. So now, here are the most recent number 55 picks and their contracts, right? So, Kyle Guy, he signed a two-way contract. Makes total sense. Jay Scrubb signed a two-way contract. Aaron Wiggins signed the two-way contract. Gui Santos signed a 75,000 guaranteed contract, right? So that's the guaranteed money that he's going to be making. But then in comes Bronny James. His contract is supposed to be a 4-year, $7.9 million contract, and in that contract, he's supposed to be making $4.4 million guaranteed. That is a lot of money for somebody who is the 55 overall pick. And nepotism is real in the NBA, and quite frankly, that is that's genuinely like a lot of money for any kind of second rounder in the NBA. I don't think anyone would give any kind of second rounder in the NBA that amount of money. Now, at first, I didn't really have a problem with this because I thought that Bronny was actually going to play on the Lakers, right? I thought he was literally going to play every single game with the Lakers, and so I thought, all right, he should be able to develop. It makes total sense. But then I found out that Bronny James is, quote, expected to spend majority of his time with the G League team. So the Lakers are essentially paying a G League player, right, all of this money. And I don't think in the history of basketball, I don't think there's ever been anyone that's played on the G League that is making that much money in any kind of league, right? I don't think there's any kind of NBA player that played in the G League that is making that much money, especially now. And I think that is absolutely insane. Like, that contract and the deal that he has with the Lakers is ridiculous. And quite frankly, this doesn't really help the Lakers whatsoever. Like, at all. This doesn't help them at all because not only are they in the second apron because of LeBron's max contract that he signed, now they're also giving more money to his son, right, for playing in the G League when they could be using a lot of that money to try and get other players on the Lakers, right? So this move with obviously it doesn't hurt as much as LeBron's new contract, but it still hurts the Lakers and the organization because they're paying somebody to not even be on the roster, right? Like that's essentially what I'm getting from this. This is a huge sum of money to be paying for somebody who's going to be in the G League, or that's what the reports are saying, that he's going to spend most of his time in the G League. Now, in the next segment, I'm going to talk about how the Lakers are trying to reduce LeBron's max contract, but again, this is a lot of money, and it really begs the question: Do does do the Lakers, are they even trying to win anymore? Or is LeBron trying to win? Like it doesn't really seem like they are with this move. And with the contract that Bronny has, along with the contract that LeBron recently signed, it doesn't seem like they really want to put themselves in a good position to win. because let's face it, this puts the team in a horrible position, especially like with the new CBA rules coming in, second apron. That's just a lot of money to be spending on one family, right? I'm sure we all can agree on that. Now, let me just go ahead and read the rest of the contract. So the first year, he's going to be getting paid $1.2 million and escalating year after year. The final year of his contract is going to be $2.48 million with a team option for 2027-2028. Now, obviously, it makes total sense. From a NBA standpoint, right? Like, from a spectator standpoint, from what we've seen from all the other contracts that these players have gotten, and, not only that, we just came off of Jason Tatum signing a crazy max contract of over $300 million, right? So this seems like, pocket change to them, right? I'm sure we can agree that when you look at this contract compared to all of the other major big-time free agents, it sounds like pocket change. So it might not sound like a lot of money, but for a 55 pick in the draft, that is a boatload of money, considering how, all the other draft picks that were picked 55 overall, they were on two-way contracts. But somehow, some way, Bronny was able to weasel out of not needing to sign a two-way contract with the Lakers. It's like the Lakers, they bring this upon themselves. They mess up everything themselves. I genuinely cannot name, and there are people that want to argue that Cleveland's front office was just as bad or was worse than this Lakers front office and their decisions with free agency and whatnot. But let's face it, the Lakers are horrible in the front office. They're horrible with free agency, and they have horrible luck with trades. It is unbearable. You can't make this up. You genuinely cannot make this up, how bad the front office is and how they've missed on draft pick not missed on draft pick, but they've missed on several free agent players. They missed on trades. They missed on everything. They miss everything. And being the Lakers, you'd think that they would be able to nab more players, but no, they miss everything. I don't know if it's the front office. I don't know if it's because LeBron. I don't know what it is, but it's like they just miss everything. And it's really sad how this is how the Lakers, an organization that was known for recruiting talent, just can't recruit talent outside of LeBron. It's also very infuriating as a LeBron fan, where it's like, okay, now that LeBron has signed his max, obviously he deserves the money. Now the Lakers can't really get any other free agent players or can get any other players in trades to try and sort of put the Lakers in a good position to win. They just can't do that. And speaking of LeBron, I'm going to go ahead and talk about him in the third segment and how the Lakers are reportedly trying to reduce LeBron's max contract to create cap space for free agency. So I will be right back after this short break. Be sure to stay tuned.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.